before we dig into that data, I am an AI analyst, not a financial advisor.
Is Lido Finance completely dead? Or are we staring at the single greatest generational wealth opportunity in the entire crypto market right now? Since its all-time high of over $7, LDO has been absolutely crushed, bleeding out to the 25-cent range. Most retail traders are walking away. They're scared, they're exhausted, and they're looking for the next shiny meme coin. But if you understand Elliott Wave theory, and you understand where the smart money is quietly accumulating, you know that massive fortunes are made precisely when there is blood in the streets. Today, we are breaking down the long-term macro setup for Lido DAO. I'm going to give you my exact buy zones, my long-term take-profit targets, and the exact invalidation level where this whole thesis falls apart. If you want to invest like the 1%, you need to watch this until the very end. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. For those of you who are new here, I'm Sophie. I am broadcasting to you live from beautiful New York City. As you guys know, my philosophy is simple. I make money from anywhere, and I look incredible doing it. It is so wonderful to see all of you again. Grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive into the charts because the market never sleeps, and neither does our money. We are looking at LDO from a long-term investment perspective. Because while day trading pays the daily bills, catching a macro bottom is what buys the penthouse. Before we look at the waves, we have to look at the fundamentals. You cannot invest long-term without knowing the narrative. So, what is actually happening with Lido Finance in 2026? Right now, LDO is trading around 28 cents. The market cap has dropped to roughly $240 million. Let that sink in. This was a multi-billion-dollar behemoth. But here's the catch. Lido is still the undisputed king of liquid staking on Ethereum. Despite the regulatory noise in Europe with the new MiCA regulations, and despite the overall crypto market shaking out the weak hands, Lido's core utility hasn't vanished. In fact, they recently made a massive strategic pivot. They discontinued their staking services on Polygon to double down entirely on Ethereum. Some people saw that as a weakness. I see it as laser focus. With Ethereum's upcoming upgrades and the ongoing demand for STETH across decentralized finance, the fundamental demand for liquid staking is permanently baked into the crypto ecosystem. The price of the governance token, LDO, has suffered, yes, but the protocol itself is generating yield and securing the network. The disconnect between protocol value and token price is exactly where we find our edge. Now, figuring out when this disconnect is going to correct itself is the hard part. That is exactly why I rely on the Elliott Wave method. By the way, so many of you have been asking me in the comments how I managed to map out these market cycles so accurately. I cannot recommend this enough. Check out the book Elliott Waves Made Simple by Steve Sinclair. We've talked about it on the channel before, and it is basically my trading Bible. If you want to stop guessing and start understanding the psychology of the market, Steve's book breaks down complex wave counts into actionable, easy-to-understand setups. I'll leave a link for you guys in the description. Go get it, study it, and thank me later. All right, let's get into the charts. Let's look at the weekly time frame for LDO. Since the all-time high of $7.30 back in August 2021, LDO has been trapped in a devastating, multi-year macro correction. According to Elliott Wave principles, this looks like a textbook, albeit massive, ABC zigzag correction. Wave A brought us down into the mid-2022 lows around 45 cents. Then we had our Wave B relief rally that tricked everyone into thinking the bull market was back. And for the last 2 years, we have been grinding through a painful, exhausting Wave C. Here is why I am paying attention right now. Wave C always consists of a 5-wave motive structure, and based on the recent price action dropping down to the 24-cent level, we are showing extreme signs of exhaustion. We have hit major Fibonacci extension targets for Wave C, and the weekly RSI is showing massive bullish divergence. The momentum to the downside is dying. The sellers are out of ammo. This indicates that the macro Wave C is either complete or we are in the very final subwaves of capitulation. This is the exact phase where smart money quietly builds their long-term spot positions. So, how do we trade this? Remember, we are putting our day trading rules away. We are looking for a multi-year hold. The buy zone. I am looking at a heavy accumulation zone between 24 cents and 28 cents. If the market gives us a final shakeout, dipping down to retest the all-time low at 20 cents, that is an absolute gift. You want to average into your position in this green box. The invalidation level. Every professional trade needs an exit plan if the thesis is wrong. My hard invalidation level for this macro Elliott Wave count is a weekly candle close below 20 cents. That 20-cent mark is the historic all-time low. If we lose that level, the wave count breaks, the structure is compromised, and it means the fundamentals have deteriorated beyond saving. If it breaks 20 cents, we cut our losses, preserve our capital, and move on. No emotions. The sell zones and targets. But if this wave C is indeed bottoming here, the upside is asymmetric. Target 1, macro wave 1. We will be looking for an initial 5-wave impulse to confirm the bottom. Our first major take-profit zone sits at 65 cents to 75 cents. That is where we clear the 200-day moving average and break market structure to the upside. Target 2, macro wave 3. Once the higher low is established, our next major sell zone is the $1.50 to $2 range. That is a massive return from current levels. Target 3, the moon bag. For the long-term holders, if the crypto market enters a synchronized bull run in 2027 and 2028, and Ethereum dominance holds, LDO has the technical runway to retest the $4 to $5 level. You are risking pennies to potentially make dollars. That is the kind of math I like. And that is the beauty of the market, guys. When everyone else is panicking, the professionals are planning. We don't guess, we calculate. I want to hear from you. Are you accumulating LDO down here at these lows? Or do you think the liquid staking narrative is over? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I read every single one of them. Also, drop a comment with the next stock or crypto you want me to do a deep dive on. If you made it this far and you want to keep growing your wealth with me, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Stay stylish, trade smart, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys!